You mentioned about Mark Jones. Of course, he's a dear friend of mine. He told me some really interesting stories, and one of which was, I'll just set this up. After String Bean was murdered, he and his wife Estelle, he said everything changed around Nashville. The stars no longer would put their name on their mailbox, and things like that. They were just scared that something might happen to them, or somebody might try to shake them down for money or rob them. Mark told me, long about that time and all that happened, that Grandpa said, well, I think we need to get us a guard dog. And somebody around the Nashville area raised legit German Shepherds. They went and picked him a pup out. He was solid black. And he named him Brutus. And the fellow told him that raised him, I don't remember what his name was, but he told Grandpa, you come by and get acquainted with him and bond with him. And he said, and I think they took him home when Brutus was about 6 months old. But he was a high-blooded guard dog, and he was just wherever Grandpa was, Brutus was when they were around the house. He was just another family member. And I know one night they were playing the Grand Ole Opry, and they would let Brutus out, while they were gone. They came back from the Opry, and they found what was left of a pair of Levi's laying in the driveway and a blood trail going to the back of the fence. And Grandpa said, well, looks like old Brutus got to greet one of our intruders tonight. But Mark said that one of the things the trainer told him gave him an option. He said, now every so often I'll send one of my guys over and we'll do a home invasion drill. He said, well, yeah, we can do that. He said, well, I'll tell you what, at 3 p.m. sharp tomorrow, we'll drop off our guy over there, and he'll come in your house, move everything out of the front room that you don't want broken. Well, why is that? And he said, you'll see. And he said, he'll be wearing a bite suit, by the way. And of course, Brutus, according to Mark, he was a big dog, I think somewhere around maybe 100 pounds. That's a big German Shepherd. And real athletic on top of it. And he said the next day they were sitting there, Brutus right beside Grandpa, Grandpa's in a recliner, at 3 p.m. sharp. Brutus raised up, starts growling in his ears, on alert. He went to the front room, and they said they heard the awfulest racket you've ever heard in your life. And Mark said that beat anything I've ever seen. He said that dog, I thought he was going to kill the guy with a bite suit on. He said they moved furniture around. He said, I saw then why he didn't want anything breakable around there. But Brutus lived to be a ripe old age. He said by the time he passed, he'd already gotten white all around his muzzle. He was black everywhere else, but around his muzzle he turned white. And Mark said it was just the same thing as losing a family member. So they loved their dogs. And I do too.